Welcome, friends. And it's the grumpy old man broadcasting from WDWL TV, Studio B on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. And we are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. Okay, enough with the vulture. As you see in the title, more new equipment arriving. All right, it's not brand new, but will be new to me. And the neat thing, now, hopefully this mic is set right. Every time I take these mics and move them, I screw up the control. So I'm hoping that I didn't screw that up. Today, I received a message from my buddy's son out at his production company. And he told me in his office, as he was doing some rearranging, he found another headset. And this headset is like 5 times better than these. Now, let me get this. These are AKGs made by Harman Industries in Austria. Now, Harman Industries, which was AKG, stands for a German company name that's about 3 foot long. They were two engineers that formed this company in 1947, and their main area of development at the time was sound equipment for cinemas, loudspeakers, cameras, recording equipment, and what really made them big was one of the microphones that they manufactured. It sold like wildfire. Every production agency in the world had to have this microphone. Even here in the States, NBC, ABC, CBS, there were so many smaller, affiliates throughout the United States. This microphone was like the Rolls Royce of microphones. Well, then they expanded. And they started making headphones. Now, these headphones here are the AKG K52s. And if you go from levels of quality, the K52s were like the headsets that the sound engineer in the booth wore. Like if there was a musical recording go on and they have the giant control board, he wore these. The headset that my buddy's son is sending me is the AKG K240. And you'll notice the difference because they're going to have gold on them. Not real gold, but there'll be gold bands here, and I believe the top of the headset is gold. And those are the headsets that were worn by the celebrities when they were, you know, in the studio when a celebrity is singing or doing some sort of recording, they always have headsets on. You know, they are listening to the input, the music or whatever. Well, they need to have ultra precise headsets. Now, as top level as these are, there's still more. But this headset that he's sending me is like, let's say these are like the Lamborghini of headsets. The one he's sending me is the Rolls Royce of headsets. And I says to him, I said, why do you know, why don't you sell this stuff and, you know, make some funds to put back into the studio? They're not allowed to. When a company sends you equipment for demo use, you are not allowed to sell it. You either give it away or throw it away. So he said, you know, as much as he would love to put this stuff that he's been sending me on eBay or, you know, Faceplant, not allowed. And believe me, I am ultra grateful. And I can't wait. I mean, these are unbelievable. Compared to the $25 ones that I was using, oh my God. These are headsets that I would expect that you would wear for hearing tests. I can almost imagine what this next set is going to be like. And he told me he thinks he's got another microphone in the one storeroom. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff that they're clearing out and getting rid of because he says this storeroom that he's been going through is going to be converted into another studio. I guess their production work is that much in demand that they need another studio. And this storeroom is, he says, it's the right size acoustically. So once he gets the storeroom cleared out and equipment moved to other storerooms, then on the walls they put that, it looks like egg crate. It's sound absorbing foam so that you don't sound like you're talking either, you know, in a giant auditorium with no audience, or you're shouting into a garbage can. So And he said that he's got some tripods he's going to send me. I says, well, I've got tripods. He goes, hey, why look a gift horse in the mouth? I'm only going to throw them away. I said, well, don't any of your employees want them? And, he said, if I'm getting rid of this stuff, can you imagine what my employees already have? He says, they're up to their eyebrows in freebie stuff. So, I can't wait. Because basically, once this studio kind of gets reconfabulated, I'm going to have, now I've got dual lights on today. Looks like I'm sitting under giant heat lamps. I will need to place lighting in certain areas. So I'll be able to make use of some of the tripods. But I was quite impressed with yesterday's stream. I still, I read through all the information on Prism Live, and it tells me that basically if I click on this chat button, but see on here it says write a comment. Well, I don't want to write a comment. I want incoming comments. Now see, it's got a YouTube logo, it's got a Facebook logo, and it's got an all, which means for both the platforms that I'm on right now. And attach, I don't know what that means. Although, it probably would be nice if I had some people in the chat. Maybe that's what I need. I need some chat people. So if I get a comment, then I could answer the comment. But right now, I still haven't figured it out. Same thing with this down here, right? Desktop audio. Minus less. Minus less. I'm probably blowing everybody eardrums out right now. It says desktop audio. I better set it back where it was. Sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone. But it still amazed me that yesterday when I went into YouTube and then I went into Facebook, I didn't have to do anything. Everything was uploaded. And according to what I've read, like if I was to put Twitcher, Instant Graham Cracker, some of those other platforms, it would be uploading to them also. I don't want to be on 1,000 platforms because, first of all, my content is, isn't worth looking at worldwide. And second of all, the only reason that you go multi-platform is for monetization. And yes, it would be nice to make a few bucks. But in order to make a few bucks, I haven't checked with YouTube. I think it's over 1,000 subscribers. Somebody said 5, but I think you need at least 1,000 before you can apply. Just because you click that box, I want monetization, that doesn't mean you're going to get it. YouTube has to decide if you're worthy. Second of all, I see enough commercials on TV. And I'm sure you see enough commercials on TV. You want to see a commercial? Well, yeah. It would distract from me. People would say, can we have like a whole stream of commercials and just an intro and an outro with the old man? Also, I have decided to get rid of the Goldilocks. Yeah. Look at that. The Goldilocks. I'm going to get rid of the Goldilocks. I've had enough. It was an experiment. The only problem is, I watch these girls do, like ponytails, and they'll take a scrunchie or something and blip, 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 in, out, in, out, in, out, around. I need to Google scrunchie for dummies. Because I can't do a scrunchie. Not that I do a scrunchie, but I mean, even a band. Plus, I've just had it with the look. And one of the things that, convinced me to get rid of it was seeing an old man, older than me, and he had hair down to like the middle of his back. And I looked at him and I was like, oh my God, do I look like that? No. So, next week, I don't know what day, I'm going to make a trip down to 26th and Lorraine to the old All-State Barber College. And I'm going to get it all buzzed off. Because, as I said once before, I have this neat head shaver. And all of these are floating heads. They contour. So once I get this shaved off, I can buzz my head every morning and actually make use of this nice, beautiful, cordless head shaver. And that's what it's made for. It's a head shaver. I've had it for about a year. I've never used it. It's brand freaking new. Plus, Even though I know it's the wrong time of the year to be shaving all my hair there, I've got nice, super warm hats. When I had my first chemo session, shortly afterward, and they tell you, this last, I mean, they came out with a syringe that looked like something they were going to inject a horse with. It was huge. It was like the size of a flashlight. My chemo nurse said, this is going to cause you to lose your hair. And it worked like a charm. About 3 days in, I'd wake up in the morning and there'd be 10, 20 strands of hair on the pillow. I'd be picking up hair. I'd comb my hair and comb it. Well, one morning, while I'm taking a shower, and I got my face all, face and my head all lathered up and my eyes closed, and I'm sloshing in water, and I can't, it's like, now what the hell? And I look down, and it looked like an opossum laying on the drain. Well, it was like hair gone. And I actually enjoyed being bald. I'm not vain. A lot of guys are like, oh my God, I'm losing my hair. I like the look. So, I'm going down to the barber college. I'm going to let them take an ear off. And I'm getting a head shave. And you say, don't you have a barber shop in the neighborhood? Well, yeah. Why should I pay $40 to $50 for a haircut when I can go down to the barber college and get it done for between $6 and $10? I went on their Facebook page today to check, and it said regular haircut, $6. Now, when barbershops are charging $40 and up, I found this quite hard to believe. So I called. And the guy said, yeah. So I explained to him I had longer hair. Even though, they got the shearer and he said, well, it could be anywhere between 8 and 10. I said, do you take walk-ins? Yes. Do you have parking? Yes. Works for me. So, the weather's supposed to be nicer next week. I'm going to take a ride down, get the head buzzed, and do a little reminiscing, because it's been like 10 years since I've gone down Lorraine Avenue to West 25th. So I'd like to see what changes have been made, because I can guarantee the neighborhood no longer looks like it did. So that's the plan, friends. Sometime next week, the grumpy old man's going to be totally bald. Look how far the hairline's receded anyway. 80% of it's back in the back. I can't see it. And it's a pain in the ass. it did give me a new respect for what women have to go through to keep their hair looking great. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Talk to you tomorrow.